Hey, good morning, guys and gals. Mr. Herr here on this cloudy Wednesday morning. Today we're going to continue with systems of inequalities, but thus far they've always been solved for y. Today we're going to have to first solve for y, and then we'll graph, and then we'll shade, and all that good stuff. So we're going to knock out 2 examples in our notes, and then 4 problems for homework along with the key. You guys are kind of used to that. We have a special guest here today. Whoop, whoop. Say, somebody woke up before the rest of the family, so she's hanging out with Dad. Hopefully you don't mind our student teacher, pun intended. Whoa, she's excited. Hopefully you guys are too. Let's do this thing. Hey, as always, today, this is a perfect time to, okay, come here, Brent. This is a perfect time to grab your pen or pencil, pause the video, and, be ready to follow along. Hey, we have to solve these for y. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label this A, and I'm also going to label this B. I would highly recommend you do that because what we're going to do down here, before we graph, before we do anything else, we're going to solve A and B respectively for y. So for A, I'm going to subtract 3x from both, or subtract x from both sides, pardon me. We get negative 3y is greater than negative x minus 9. Then we divide both sides by negative 3. Be really careful with this. It's been a while since we did it. We did this last week. But when we divide by a negative, our sign flips. So it's no longer greater than. It is now less than positive 1/3 x plus 3. We'll graph that in a moment. On to letter B. Letter B looked like 4x plus 3y is greater than negative 6. We're just rewriting that from the top. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. We get 3y is greater than negative 4x minus 6. Divide both sides by 3. Our sign doesn't flip this time because we're not dividing by a negative. So we get negative 4/3 x minus 2. Now we're ready to graph these, then we're ready to shade, all that good stuff. Hey, let's look here at A. We have our intercept of 3, check, and a positive slope of 1/3. So I'm going to go up 1 over 3. Now we have to ask ourselves, what kind of line is it? Well, it's a dotted line because there is no or equal to there. And because it is less than, we're going to lightly shade below. Our other line, line B, has an intercept of negative 2. And then we'll go down 4, right 3. Now you might say, but mister, it doesn't fit. I agree with you, so we might actually have to go up 4, left 3. That's still okay. This is a dotted line because there's no or equal to there. And we're going to have to shade above. So that means we're shading up here. Hey, right there's my overlap region. So right here, guys and gals, is where I'm going to darken my shading. Okay, so in a lot of ways, it's a lot like what we did yesterday, but we had to solve for y first. We'll do one more together. We have x minus 3y is less than 9. X plus 3y is less than or equal to negative 3. Okay, so starting with A, x minus 3y is less than 9. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. We get negative 3y is less than negative x plus 9. Divide both sides by negative 3. We are dividing by a negative, so my sign flips. It now becomes greater than 1/3 x minus 3. For letter B, we had x plus 3y is less than or equal to negative 3. We subtract x from both sides. We get 3y is less than or equal to negative x minus 3. Divide both sides by 3. Y is less than or equal to negative 1/3 x minus 1. Okay. Notice we are good to go here as far as our graphing. Just set it up and go. We have an intercept of -3 for line A, and then up 1, right 3. That's going to be a dotted line because it is strictly greater than. And we'll shade above very, very lightly. Oh, there's our helper. Thanks, helper. Okay. For letter B, we have an intercept of -1, and then it's down 1, right 3. Okay. That is a solid line because the or equal to, and we're going to shade below that. Oh, there's my overlap right there. Uh-oh, our student teacher here wants Cheerios. Cheerios, where most people come from. So I need to go help out. I hope that makes sense, guys and gals. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.